Holy shit. What did we just see? I'll probably get demonetized for that. I've lost my voice. I was screaming in my living room like the whole game. I can't believe what we've just watched. Unbelievable. We'll wait for some people to join before I'll get into things. My plan was just to run through. Well, I'm looking, yeah, incredible. Anyway, sorry, I was distracted by something then. Yeah, I'm going to run through the team. We'll talk about each player. I've got some notes on my phone, although I'm trying to capture like notes from the game as we get through things. But I'll be honest, after the third goal went in, I was just locked to the screen. I couldn't really look at anything else. Holy shit. That is a game I think I will remember for a long time. I hope you do too. You know, regardless of what happens this season, like, as a fan, you have to enjoy that, right? That was unbelievable. I've even changed. I wasn't wearing a City shirt for the game, but I've changed to put the shirt on. That was absolutely incredible. We got Ashley. Oh, I know, mate. Unbelievable. Stuart. Let's just, yeah, exactly. You've got to enjoy that, haven't you? Best game Twine has had in a City shirt. Be inclined to agree, mate. VTech. We'll talk about all the players because I don't think there was a single player that had a bad game or there's anything bad to say, really. But VTech was an absolute wall, wasn't he? Twine without an injury, yeah, he was good today. Yeah, what a game. Everyone to a man. Absolutely. They were fired up, possessed today. Come on, you Reds. I think this one should be the team. There we go. We can talk through, well, I've got some notes from the game, but we can talk through the team and I'll do a bit of chat at the same time. What a game. Absolutely. Did you see? So I've had to turn off Sky because I don't want to get done for copyright. But Ruben Sellers was given the the Sheffield United players a team talk on the pitch, like I did with the Valladolid game. I've got some notes on my phone, like almost minute by minute notes. But I don't actually really want to do that because I think the whole game was good. You know, there was a spell. Obviously, after the first sort of 10 minutes, we got our first couple of. Yeah, when it went 1-1, they really started dominating us. And then second half, man, well, obviously the McCrory goal from the counter-attack. And then second half, we just obliterated them. It was unbelievable. We'll go player by player. I'll put Sofa score on the screen. I'll get that ready so we can have a look at some stats. See what they rated players as. I'll just do that a second. I just can't believe what I've just seen, man. That was unbelievable. Finished game. Where is Sheffield United? She is. Right, Sofa scores up and ready when we want it. Let's have a quick look at the chat before we go through the players. Keeper, absolute monster. Indeed. We'll talk about VTech first. How good was he? How good was he? I don't think he didn't make an error. Made a couple of big saves. His kicking is unbelievable. He kicks the ball from a goal kick further than pretty much any goalkeeper I've ever seen. It lands like basically on the edge of their box when he takes a goal kick. He was coming out for crosses, claiming them. I was a little bit worried because he did look quite enthusiastic about claiming crosses, but he was bloody good today. You're not going to like the Sofa score player ratings either. It's crazy what they've given some of these players. So yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, VTech was absolutely unbelievable, wasn't he? Tanner, what do we think of Tanner? I thought Tanner had an unbelievable game as well. I think I'm going to turn the volume down a bit so I don't get too excited. That's his best position, isn't it? Right side of a back three, where you don't have to worry about him carrying the ball forwards and he can just defend. Didn't really get challenged too much in the air, which I think helped him. But like on the ground defending, he was unbelievable today. I don't think anyone got past him. He absolutely locked up everyone he was against today. He was unreal. I feel sorry for Zach Viner. I've got nothing really to say about him because he didn't really have much to do in the game. He was good, but like, yeah, it wasn't the game to show him off, really. It was really nice to see Atkinson back. I was quite surprised, to be honest, that Sheffield United didn't target him more because I can't remember who their right winger was. It was Brooks, wasn't it? He was running in behind a couple of times in that first half, and he definitely had some legs on Atkinson, but they just didn't use it enough. Yeah, even to be fair, even though you could tell he was against a winger that was quicker than him, Atkinson didn't really let him have much. He had a really good game. McCrory. So I've got a friend who is quite involved in like sports science and football coaching, and he sent me a screenshot of a text message that a friend of his has said. And his friend is like a private football coach, and apparently he has been given Ross McCrory like ball striking sessions. So over the last year, when he's been fit, McCrory has been obviously training with us and then doing extra sessions on like his ball striking and stuff. And I think you can see that paid off today. That was an unbelievable finish. Like he is our best finisher at the football club, and he's our right wing back. Like we saw Reece, he had a chance towards the end of the game, didn't he, to make it 5-1 that he skied. McCrory would have finished that every day of the week. He is our best finisher of a football, is Ross McCrory. I thought he was really good. I don't think he put a foot wrong today, to be honest. Yeah, incredible Ross McCrory. I'm so happy for him, man, because when he joined this football club, that injury he had, like bone infection, that was horrific for him. I think he was living out of a hotel, didn't have any family or friends around in the city either. I mean, can you imagine? That must have been really tough. And then I saw a couple of weeks ago, someone broke into his flat after the Plymouth game? Terrible. So, yeah, that's a real redemption arc. How many goals has he scored in like recent competitive games as well? It's like 7 and 7, something like that. It's unbelievable. I think he's going to score, like, genuinely, he has a chance of scoring double-digit goals from that position this season. It's crazy. I think one of the benefits of being a wing-back as well is you just catch everyone out with your late runs, and that's exactly what he does. Knight and Randall were really solid. Jason Knight had an unbelievable block at the end of the game. He just absolutely threw himself in front of the ball to stop them scoring from one of their knock-ons from a corner. That was unbelievable. He was just very solid throughout the game. Randall, he did give the ball away, to be fair, did Randall, for their first goal. But I thought overall they were pretty solid, weren't they? The one thing I think we can say about our midfield, though, is we probably shouldn't expect them to spend a whole lot of time on the ball. Like, they didn't really have many passes or much to do when the team actually had the ball. It was get the ball forward as quickly as possible. And that's definitely what we did today. He was good today, wasn't he? I took a note in the 3rd minute of the game. He nutmegged a Sheffield United player in our own half. And that move basically led to us winning the free kick, which obviously Scott Twine scored, who is our next player to talk about, by the way. Another free kick for Scott Twine. I mean, that's just absolute prime Scott Twine position, wasn't it? I don't think it's outrageous to say he's the number 1 free kick taker in world football right now. Could you tell me a better free kick taker in world football than Scott Twine? I think he's the best one. Unbelievable. I don't actually think he's gotten all the plaudits from Sky. He got the EFL Man of the Match award on telly. I'm looking at the SofaScore ratings, and he's got the highest rating. But honestly, I don't think he was even our best player today. The second goal he scored was obviously a bit of a deflection. He had the assist too, and the free kick was unbelievable. But I thought a man of the match was Emil Reece. I thought Emil Reece, that was the best performance from a Bristol City striker He didn't even score, but he was just unbelievable. Running the channels. I don't think he put a foot wrong, like when he had the ball. He didn't give the ball away at all. Every single time that we wanted to play the ball in the channels, he was there running, ready for it. I think he's perfect for this system. And he's like 6'3", 6'4" as well. So he's just got everything. He was absolutely unbelievable. And when I tweeted about how good he's been, I had a couple of Preston fans in the comments tell me that that's not the Emil Reece that they remember, which is, I can't believe it, because he was unbelievable today. I don't think he put, other than missing the chance to put us 5-1 up, I don't think he put a foot wrong. Mehmeti had a good game. A couple of times I thought he could have done a little bit more with it, but still he scored, didn't he? And we won 4-1, so I can't complain too much. Yeah, the boys are incredible today. And what are we saying about Struberball, man? So we spoke about the players. What are we saying about Struberball? I mean, that first half, I think I hit max heart rate about 15 times during that first half watching that. It was absolutely unbelievable. And I think what hopefully we saw in that game, and we'll see across the season, is a manager in his playing philosophy being basically perfectly suited to the personnel that he has in the team. Like, our team is set up to play that kind of football. And we didn't even have Mark Sykes playing. I've been banging on all pre-season that I thought Mark Sykes was one of our best players, and he didn't even start this game. It's absolutely unbelievable. Let's see what the chat's got to say. Pressing in front foot of football at its very best, and a defence which works together at 100%. Reece looked very good. I'm going to see how long I can go for because I'm about to lose my voice. Reece, he's my man of the matches, Emil Reece. Let me know in the... we'll do some player ratings across the team. We just spoke briefly about them. We'll rate each of the players. But before we do that, could you let me know who is your man of the match, please? Let us know in the chat who your man of the match is after that. What else we got? Get your checkbook out for Videk. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. I mean, based on that performance, he's better than the starting keeper United have in Onana, isn't he? He should be starting for Man United based on that. Yeah, that was Twine's best game for us, without a doubt. I really do think he was injured. Something was up with Scott Twine last season that was holding him back. I really do think he must have been injured or something like that. Everyone was yeah, they were. Everyone was fantastic today. Yeah, Marshy, Bird is injured, but I think Struber said that he should be back for the cup game. So, yeah, should be fit for the cup game. Right, we'll do some player ratings then. I still haven't worked out, haven't had enough time to do it this week. I still haven't worked out how to put a rating next to each player. But I think we can just talk about the player and you can tell me what you thought of him and rate him in the chat. So, and I'll read out some messages for people that are watching. So, we've got Vitek, hang on. We got Vitek. I can't do it on screen. No, we're just going to have to read it off. Let us know what you're giving Vitek as a rating out of 10. 10 out of 10 from Alan. 10 out of 10 from CJC Games. Stuart's giving him a 10. 10's all round for Vitek by the looks of it. I mean, didn't really put a foot wrong, did he? I'll give him a 9.7 because he had a goal kick and he kicked one out for a throw-in. I can't remember who it was, one of like the usual football Twitter Bristol City accounts tweeted saying that Vitek is unbelievable with his feet, and then he had a goal kick. At the time I was looking at the tweet, and he kicked it out for a throw-in. But other than that, it was a pretty bang-on performance, wasn't it? I mean, he was unbelievable. George Tanner. What are we saying about George Tanner? I thought he was... Genuinely, I thought George Tanner was pretty faultless today. He's another 8 or 9, isn't he? Surely. I mean, yeah, he was incredible. No one really got past him. He obviously didn't have anything really to do going forward. I think that's the nature of this back three. None of them are going to get forward. It's the wing backs that have to. He was incredible today, was Tanner. Yeah, 9s and 8.5s all round by the looks of it. Well, that's it. They've got to work hard in training, Robert, to get in the starting 11. 8s and 9s for Tanner. I kind of feel sorry asking you to rate Zach Viner because he didn't have anything to do today, really. What would you give Viner? I mean, it's just a 7. He didn't have much to do, but you know, you can't fault the performance. He just wasn't. It just wasn't a game that showcased him. I think he's a steady 7. A steady 7 for Viner. What do we reckon for Atkinson then? I don't think he was. Maybe just because he had less to do. Tanner just seemed to be our most sort of active defender, didn't he? I'm probably giving Atkinson an 8. Just I think he was had more to do and was slightly better than Viner, but didn't have as much to do to show himself off as Tanner did. So I give him a 7.58, I reckon. But yeah. The question I have actually before we move on to the midfield / wing backs. All of our defenders are fit, right? You've got Pring and Dickey and McNally back. We're a bit mental, aren't we, in terms of depth from our defence. I was just about to ask that question as well, Cohen. Next weekend, right, we got the cup game where I imagine we rotate a little bit, so I'm not too bothered about that team. But the team we play against Charlton on Saturday next week, who are you playing in defence? Who's going in defence if Dickey's back? Because you'd feel terrible leaving one of them out, wouldn't you? You'd probably play Dickey in the middle and lose Viner. That's what I'd do, I think. But even still, like that back three they were good today. Yeah, Knight LaBelle as well. Who is your starting back three in that game? Nah, mate, Dickey's back. Dickey's back in the next game. Dickey's back on Tuesday, mate. We definitely will need everyone. If we're playing a back three, we need everyone. All right then, Ross McCrory. What are we giving Ross McCrory as a rating? Let us know in the chat. while you do that, I'm just going to go and fetch a drink because I've been shouting for like the last 2 hours, as you could probably imagine. And I'm really thirsty. So give us a sec. Sorry about that. We're back. Ross, he's got... Someone gave him a 7. Someone gave Ross McCrory a 7. Outrageous. Yeah, I thought it was a 9, 9.5. He was absolutely unbelievable. I'm quite pleased that I got a couple of tweets in before the season started saying I think he's going to have a really good year. The one thing that worries me about McCrory, though, if he bangs in a couple more goals, or even just one more goal and has a good performance before the transfer window ends, there's going to be some clubs in for him. Almost definitely going to be some clubs in for him. Because, yeah, can you tell me a right back or right wing back in the Championship that can do what he just did today? He was absolutely phenomenal. What are we saying for Jason Knight for a rating? He's just solid, isn't he, Jason Knight? I'm going to give him... I would have said like a 7.5, but I think for that block at the end of the game, I think he gets an 8 for me, Jason Knight. That block was pretty outrageous, to be honest. Sorry, I need to have a drink. 8's all round by the looks of it. Stuart's given him a 9. Alan's given 8.5. 8's. Yeah, we like it. What about Randall? Did give the ball away for the first goal, didn't he? I thought he could have done something. I don't know about you guys if you watched it on Sky, but the commentary team were a little bit annoying because they gave all the credit to Callum O'Hare for winning the ball. It's really Randall's fault for giving it away, in my opinion. He'll probably be kicking himself for that. I'd give him a 6.57 for Randall. I think purely for that mistake, I think lets him down a little bit. But other than that, he was very solid today, wasn't he? He was very solid. And, you know, they don't have Joe Williams or Bird yet. Unbelievable. Could you imagine Joe Williams in a Struber team? Joe Williams in this team would be unreal as well, wouldn't he? What about you, Hirakawa, then? What we saying on you? I think you probably not quite as good as McCrory, but he's like a 8, 8.5. I'll probably give you an 8, 8.5. Lots of 8s in there. 8.5. I love it. I've missed the Struber interview on Sky as well, so I'll have to catch that when the stream finishes. Who else we got? Scott Twine. What are we saying on Scott Twine then? What are we saying on Scott Twine? That was a 9.5 for me, really. I don't think he put a foot wrong, to be honest. Scott was a 9.5 today, maybe even a 10. It was ridiculous today. He was very, very good. Very, very good. Yeah, everyone's saying. We got a 9.9 from Mark, a 10 from Stuart, 9.5 from Callum. The one thing I'm giving him a 9 for is a couple of times he rolled around on the ground when he shouldn't have, and he went down. And he still did that today, which annoyed me. So he's not going to get a perfect 10 for that. But he was not going to take anything away from the performance. He was really good. Emil Rees. Again, if he scored the chance, that was a 10 out of 10 performance. But I think he's a 9.5 because he missed the chance. But I thought Rees was phenomenal today. I can't say enough good things about how well Emil Rees played today, in my opinion. BC gave Rees a 7. A 7? You're giving Emil Rees a 7 for that game. Did you watch the game, bro? That's unbelievable. Okay, he's retracted it. I was going to say, Rees was incredible today. It's so refreshing to have a striker that can kind of do it all. Like, he is, 6'3", 6'4". He's got some legs on him. Like, he can run in behind. He's obviously got some fitness and stamina as well, so he can keep running. He was good on the ball today. Really solid on the ball. He was really good. I was hoping he'd get subbed off a little bit earlier than he did, just to rest the guy. Because, I mean, without him, we look a lot weaker, I think. So we need to keep him fit. keep him fit for as long as possible, to be honest. He was, yeah, absolutely, Julian. He did everything right today, in my opinion. Yeah, ticked all the boxes. Because you'd associate, you wouldn't associate someone who can bring the ball down and hold it up and play the channels. Those are kind of, in my mind, they're two sort of different players in a lot of cases. But Reece, you can do it all. What about Mehmeti then? I know we had some subs that came on, but I don't think our subs really did anything. We can talk about our subs. We'll switch screens in a sec. But what are we saying on Mehmeti to round off the team rating? What are we saying on Mehmeti? 8.5s? 7.5? I give him an 8. I think it was quite telling that he was the one of the three that played the full 90, though. Obviously, Twine and Reece got subbed off, and Mehmeti played the full 90. So I think that suggests something. And finally, there's one more person that needs a rating, and I want your thoughts as well. Let me know what you thought. What's your thoughts and rating for Gerhard Struber after that? What are you giving Struber after that game? I think we're in, for whatever happens this season, right? I want to enjoy today and appreciate what we've just seen. And I think we're going to get some really entertaining football this season from a Gerhard Struber team. We're not going to play like that every week. There's no way I think that we can deliver a performance like that every week. But that was pretty perfect from a setup in performance, wasn't it? I know it's one game, but you could genuinely make the argument just by seeing the preseason games that we've watched and this one that Struber is just a better fit as manager of this squad than Manning was in the way I've just seen us play. You can clip that in a report back after 46 games when we were in the relegation zone. But seriously, that was unbelievable. I'll give him a 10. This should be, I put SofaScore on. You lot are going to be annoyed by this, as am I. The ratings that SofaScore have given these players is outrageous. You see that? Have I got Zoom? So we'll talk about Sheffield United a little bit. They were, for 20 minutes in the first half after their goal, they absolutely dominated us, right? I thought Louis Barry looked really dangerous. He got past McCrory a couple of times. And then they subbed him off in the second half. They got rid of him. I thought he was their best player going forward, but they got rid of him. The rest of the team were absolutely terrible. I mean, Norrington Davies was hopeless. 5.1 match rating for him. Yeah. Any much more to say? Callum O'Hare looked dangerous when he did get his chances, to be fair. Obviously, he was part of the goal, wasn't he? But yeah. And yeah, there's our team. The ratings, by the way, are outrageous. They gave VTech a 7. George Tanner got a 6.9. Viner got a say. He didn't really do anything to improve his rating at all. Atkinson got a 6.9. McCrory got an 8. Knight and Randall got 6.7 and 6.5. You got a 6.6. Mehmeti got a 7.2. 9.5 for Twine. And then Reece. They gave Reece a 6.5 match rating. I'm leaving SofaScore. That SofaScore is done for me. I'm on FOTMob. We're gonna read the rest on FOTMob. Bear with. I'm just gonna get the game up on FOTMob. Screw SofaScore. We're not having that. Where's the lineup? There she is. Much better. Much better. I saw Viner going for a walk by the harbour last weekend as well. I was tempted to go and say hello to him, but I didn't want to alarm him, to be honest. There we go, there's the team. Let's have a quick look at the chat. I think the way Struber conducts himself instills confidence in the players, whereas Manning, yeah. I agree. I do think there's a charisma factor, like in team talks and stuff, isn't there? I would think. I mean, if you've seen when he first joined us, there were some tweets that were sharing clips of him in the dressing rooms for his previous clubs, like in Germany. And honestly, the team talks he was given at half-time and full-time was so inspiring. You thought, I would have jumped through my screen and ran through a brick wall for that man, to be honest, after watching those team talks. But yeah. I would agree with you, Alan. I think players played within themselves a little bit under Manning, definitely. How did he get on today, by the way? He didn't do too well. I think Manning is. I don't want to talk about him too much because he's gone now, and I have nothing like. I don't feel any bad blood toward him or whatever. But he's got a big job on there at Norwich, and if he doesn't get some wins by October, or September time, he is in trouble, isn't he? Yeah. Let's have a look at the stats, match stats. Oh, subs. We were going to talk about subs, weren't we? So they brought on 4. They brought on Robinson. They got shored up a bit when Robinson came on, didn't he? Cannon, McCallum, Ryan. Surely his surname's not one. We brought on Bell, Sykes, and Sinclair Armstrong. Oh, the chance at the end. Sinclair Armstrong running through on goal. I mean, it was easy to see on the telly, but Sam Bell was it wasn't an easy cross, but it was quite a decent chance. Just to square it, play a decent ball, Sam Bell to get a tap in, but Sinks kept running and took a shot. And you'd say, fair enough if you take a shot and it's a good one, but he hit it straight at the keeper. He didn't even go for a corner. That was quite frustrating. I thought Sam Bell looked all right today, to be fair. Had a couple of runs in behind, looked tidy enough. He got unlucky on one of them, if I remember rightly, where he tried to cross the ball in. It bounced off the defender and then hit him and went out for a goal kick. But I feel like he got a little bit unlucky with his chances. And he could have had a goal. If Sinclair Armstrong actually passed the ball, he'd have had a goal today. And yeah, Mark Sykes. Not too much to say about him, really. And I was saying before the season started, I think he's one of our best attackers. I genuinely think I'd probably have him in a team over Mehmeti, but I don't watch the training sessions like Struber does, and he clearly favours Twine and Mehmeti, and obviously you, Hirakawa, on the left. One of the things I was saying about the team before the game was potentially McCrory could be playing left wing back and start Sykes on the right. But that didn't happen today. So yeah, we've got a lot of decent players that Bell was offside. Or I don't know, he was level. I thought he was fairly level. And we still got a lot of decent players to come in as well. Max Bird still to come in. Sykes barely played a minute. I still think we do need it. I want us to get another forward. I really want us to get another forward. I know I said Sam Bell was good, but we lose a lot. I think we're going to lose a lot when we don't have Reece in the team. And I'll be surprised if he's going to be fit for all 46 games this season. So I do think we need a little bit of backup for him. Yeah, he was good today, was old Reece. VTech as well. And yeah, look, all these players we got injured. Pring, Williams wasn't there, Bird not there, McNally out as well. All those 4 players, 4 of our best players are injured. It's quite something, isn't it? I was going to have a quick look through Twitter as well to round things off. I've not logged into Twitter yet. I went a bit, sorry if you do follow me on Twitter, I went a bit mental today. So I've probably spammed your feed with, oh my God, my notifications. I wanted to look at my bookmarks. I think I bookmarked some pretty good tweets. There we go. Hopefully you can see that. Some of them are mine. I'm crediting myself. It sounds like I live in a posh flat. I don't really. I've just got this balcony. I think they've actually built the balcony on the end of my flat because it's cheaper than building extra flat. Because it's just some wooden planks basically. But yeah, walked onto my balcony to clap Emma Reece off. We finally got the photo shot we wanted of Ross McCaffrey. I want to get that meme going on Twitter as well. This guy, honestly, Ross McCrory is absolutely unbelievable. I just hope we keep him this summer. You could see, someone said it before, but you could see a Premier League club coming in for him if he keeps playing like that. That was absolutely unbelievable from him today. We're going to have a quick look on FB Ref while we leave that picture up, because I want to see how many goals he's scored in recent games. I think it's 7 and 7, but I might be mistaken. I'm not going to count the 2 goals against via the lid. His stats are ridiculous. So this is his FB Ref profile. I don't know if many of you guys are footy stats nerds. Get rid of that. But this is across fullbacks in world football. So he's in the 99th percentile. So he is in the top 1% of fullbacks in world football for goals per 90. The top 97th percentile for touches. He is incredible. What have we got? I want to look at his all competitions and recent games. I swear it's like 7-7. Get the Reese. Can we get his games? Where do we do that? Match logs. That's it. So he scored one today. We could just look at 24-25. Do you think Bale was offside? Have I been a little bit carried away? 100 million. Oh yeah, he didn't play in the. Oh, he didn't score in the playoffs, did he? Unbelievable. Maybe I have over-egged him a little bit. I thought he scored more than that. Oh well, still, the guy's been incredible. Good old Ross McCaffrey. £100 million player, absolutely. Yeah. If there was ever a time for Emil Reese to miss a sitter, it was when we're 4-0 up away at Sheffield United, wasn't it? HC saying stop the count. Well, we're up on. We've got +3 on goal difference now, so we're top of the league after game. Honestly, going into this week, who could have predicted that what has just happened has happened? It's crazy. We're top of the championship. I predicted us on. I did a little stream on my phone on Thursday when I was coming back from work. I thought we were going to lose 2-1 today, and then as the sales, players they were selling at Sheffield United happened, my opinion got a little bit stronger on us. I thought we might have got a draw today. I mean, you'd have taken. I think most people today would have taken a loss with a good performance, right? And we've just battered them 4-1. Absolutely battered them. And yeah, these were the stats at, I think, half-time. We had 0.27. I know most of you probably don't even care about XG, but 1.3 XG to them, 0.27 to us. 3 shots compared to 11. They had 77% of the ball. Unbelievable. Yeah, one thing, I don't want to sound too negative, but there was a rumour going around, and I'd say, I don't know who would have started it, but there was a bit of truth, I think, to it. He was struggling with an ankle problem. Some people on Twitter were sharing that Atkinson was injured. I got a little bit. What word am I looking for? I don't know. I don't like people sharing that kind of thing. Share a transfer rumour all you like, but when it's information that could give an advantage to an opponent, try not to. If you can help it, don't share it. And yeah, Suts, I was a little bit worried in the first half because it was particularly, who was their winger? Louis Barry got in behind a couple of times. I think we're going to get caught a few times on the break. I do worry about that a little bit because we commit so many people forward. So we are going to have times where we look a little bit exposed, but we just got to get used to that, I think, with this football. And yeah, I think that sums up my thoughts on Struber, really. The first half sort of sums up the game. Completely mental. The first half was crazy. We were unbelievable on the counter. Absolutely unbelievable on the counter. Reese was unbelievable as well. For people that have just joined, I think we've like doubled in viewers since I went through the team. I went through the team before, so we've rated everyone and called our individual man of the matches. But I genuinely thought Reese was absolutely crazy today. He was unbelievable. McCrory, I think, how many goals? That's another message I want you to put in the chat. How many goals is Ross McCrory going to score for us this season? How many goals is he putting away for us this season? I mean, it's 10 goal at least season, isn't it? The thing is with coming in from wing back as well, as providing he doesn't get injured, it's so hard to cover it because you don't, as a defender, you're not switched on to like a defender coming into your box and trying to score a goal. It's not something you think about. I think he's scoring 10 plus goals this season if he stays fit, genuinely. VTech was unbelievable as well. What do we think of VTech today? Again, we've got like twice as many people in this stream now as we did at the start, so let us know in the chat what you thought of VTech today. I thought the guy was unbelievable. I've said unbelievable a lot, but today was pretty unbelievable. And I think I'm not going to get carried away too much, but I don't want to not enjoy today. Because, I said this last season when we were in the playoffs. When things are going really well for your football club, you really do have to try and make the most of them. And I think today is one of those days. Much better than Max. Well, he definitely, if he continues playing like that, he's our number one keeper, isn't he? The thing is with VTech is he's just renewed his contract at Man United. So, I mean, based on him playing like that, I mean, he played better than Onana did last season in that game, didn't he? Let's be honest. It's the rest of my bookmarks. And obviously, little team, I'm not gonna rub it in too much, but a team the other side of the city from us today lost 2-1 away at Fleetwood. So quite unfortunate, isn't it? I'll go back to FOTMob. Yeah, we got to hope Onana stays fit for Man United because Vitek's getting recalled otherwise. He did take care of those. He was really good in the air today. Was Vitek. The only thing I would say, it didn't bite us today, but for a couple, I thought he looked a bit overly enthusiastic to claim the ball. There was one towards the end of the game where I think he got a little bit fortunate, but it's more than any other keeper we have would do. Yeah, well, if Man United signed Donnarumma, that'd be perfect for them. And yeah, Liam Manning lost. Obviously, we covered that before as well. We covered that before. In hindsight, I probably should have went live at 7 like I originally planned. Or 8 o'clock like I originally planned, because that's when everyone joined. But, oh well. I got too excited after the game, and I thought it's better to go live when everything's still really fresh, right? I think I'm kind of running out of things now. We're 36 minutes in. I've covered the players, the manager, talked through the game. I think we covered pretty much everything. What else should we do? Anyone got anything they want to talk about in the chat? Let me know. We might round it off other than that, and I'll let you guys enjoy your evening and yeah, celebrate this win. Incredible stuff. Yeah, not had a keeper with presence like that in a long time. I don't remember Bristol City in my entire lifetime having a goalkeeper with that kind of presence. The best goalkeeper in my memory was Basso, and even then he wasn't that big. He wasn't a big guy, so he's a good keeper, but he didn't have the presence of Vitek. Yeah, Spencer, I said that. I don't want to, I feel I have a balanced view on how the club has been run. It's definitely not done everything perfectly, but then you can't at the same time expect a 100% hit rate with recruitment, because there's no club in world football that recruits 100% right. But our managerial appointments in the last 3 have been perfect for the situation that the club have been in my opinion. Nigel Pearson, I think we could have been, people not the kind of football we played under him, but we had a really dog shit team at times under him, and he probably saved our football club from getting relegated. It could have been a lot worse if we didn't have him. Liam Manning got us our first playoffs in 20 years, and we signed Struber, and after game 1, I'm pretty impressed with what I've seen. I'm not going to lie. So I think our managerial recruitment over the last few seasons has been pretty good. Yeah. Who would you rest on Tuesday? That's a good question. I think McCrory gets a rest. Almost definitely I'd rest McCrory, play Sykes. I'd probably rest Emil Reese as well. I think I'll play Sinclair Armstrong. Who else have we got? Could even see a game for Yeboah, I suppose. I think Knight LaBelle deserves a start. I'd probably play Knight LaBelle over Atkinson. Dickey probably plays in the middle. I'd stick Viner on the right. Obviously, Vitek plays. If Max Bird is fit, I'd play him. Williams sounds like he could be there or thereabouts. If we've got any other midfielders that are fit, I'd start them. Left wing back's an interesting one. You'd probably start you again, to be fair, because I wouldn't want to play Ross McCrory. I'd prefer you, because I think he's got a better injury record. I'd want to just protect Ross McCrory as much as possible. Should we pick a team? I'll go on a lineup builder and we can quickly pick a team. How about that? Feel free to keep talking in the chat about what we've just seen today, though. We want to play a 3-4-3, I think, don't we? So I'm going Vitek in goal, obviously. The only thing about this bloody website is the adverts you get as well. I think I'm playing Viner here. I think Viner's playing here. Yeah, Murphy. That's a good shout. We could give Murphy a go, couldn't we? Dickey in the middle because he's back. I'd give Atkinson a rest. I do think he's got something with his ankle. So I won't play Atkinson. I want to play, if he's there, I want to play Jamie Knight LaBelle, please. We'll give Murphy a game. Oh, come on. where is he? There's so many football players with the surname Murphy. We're going to have to scroll. Is that him? There he is. Based on who I know is fit, it probably has to be Jason Knight at the moment. But if one of Williams or Bird is fit, I'd play them. Left wing back, I'd probably start you again. Genuinely, I'd probably start you again. Because I'm not sure we've got anyone that I want to play there other than you. So he goes in. Right wing back, I'm starting Sykes. Absolutely, definitely, he's starting. Up front, I would like to rest Reece. We got Morrison, haven't we? Yeah, we could give Morrison a game, I suppose. I just don't know how good Morrison is, to be honest. I think we'd have seen more of him if he was a better player. That's just my thoughts. Probably Armstrong up top, isn't it? Will, mate, unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I don't know how many times I've said unbelievable on this stream, but I don't really care. That's the word to describe it, I think. We were incredible today. Marshy's going into his first away day. But if you're a Bristol City fan, mate, we're at home. Yeah, Yeboah and Bell. I'd want one first choice in there, I reckon. I'm playing Twine again against his old club. I'm playing Twine and then I'm playing Bell. You want to keep a little bit of consistency in there, and I think having Twine allows you to keep that. If you can find Bell. There's so many people called Bell in this game. There it is. We're just picking our team for Tuesday, by the way. That's probably what I'd go with. Sorry about the ads. That's my team for Tuesday. Stokes overnight. I don't think Stokes can play that deep in midfield, to be honest. Oh, Marshy, we're at home, bro. At least I'm pretty sure we're at home. I've bought a ticket and I'm not going to be able to go if it's an away game, so I'm in trouble. Yeah, Mehmeti was good today. He was good today. Stokes for Twine, fair enough. The thing for me is I just want to keep a little bit of consistency in this team. I think if you had a defender, a midfielder and a forward that all played today, I think that's probably a good balance for me. You don't want to change everything because you kind of disrupt the rhythm. But you do, I think 7 or 8 changes I'd make. We'll go back to the ratings. I'll tell you what, I'll stay live until 8:20 because we've had a load of other people join. So, yeah, they'll probably all want to talk about the game as well, won't they? Yeah, I would agree in terms of fitness, Julian, but I think there's just a risk of injury. Like, when you play a game, you just risk getting injured. And like the likes of Emil Reese and McCrory, I don't really want anywhere near the pitch on Tuesday. I want them rested for the weekend. I don't think Reese has a bad injury record, but he's done his ACL in the past, and McCrory obviously doesn't have the best injury record. I want to rest him. Well, that's another thing actually. We mentioned this on the preview. We only had like 20 or 30 people, but Mayuli didn't even make the bench today, did he? He had Cornick, Bell, and Yeboah on the bench, and there was no Mayulu at all. He didn't feature at all. So. Yeah, that might be a point average, Joe. It depends what Lumley's got written into his contract, whether he's got an agreement to play in the cups. That would be the only point I'd consider there. People getting onto Sinclair. Yeah. I'll criticise him when's necessary, but I won't go too hard on him. Yeah. Twine's celebration was terrible, wasn't it? I also thought he was going to do his knee. I would agree with you. Right. I think that's it. I'll tell you what. I'm really tired now after that. But as opening days of the season go, that was something pretty special, wasn't it? We've got currently 112 people watching, so thank you everyone for tuning in. 28 likes. If you could leave a like rating before I go, I'd really appreciate that. Helps grow the channel, helps more people see the content. That's all I can ask in return. And I didn't really have to do much today, to be honest. The team that we watched for an hour and a half did all the business. I just reacted to it. So, yeah. Hopefully we see some more of that, eh? Yeah, Hardstruber's Cider Army, indeed. I will be shouting that as loud as I can on Tuesday night. All right, cheers, everyone. I don't have anything more to say. I'll let you all get on with your evenings. Have a good one. Go on, you Reds.